Hey everybody, it's Ray Rob.
I'm Ray.
I'm Rob, and this is our before and after video for the Kong Skull Island trailer.
Rise of the King, Rob. You forgot the
yeah,
new
I
subtitle.
suppose. When did that happen?
Sometime after they gave it the first subtitle.
Oh, okay. Well, Kong Skull Island, Rise of the King, Return of the Queen.
Hey now.
Woo! That's gonna be a good.
Put
That's
that
the
on
version
the
I want
shirt.
to see.
That's the
gonna
sequel.
Go from like here to there. Gonna be the longest shirt ever.
That's the sequel, though. We gotta save it.
Right.
So, all right. So we're getting a new Kong.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not new, or is it going to be new?
I don't know. I mean, they're not doing the same old storyline where the film crew's going to film a movie on this island and yada yada yada. They looks like kind of more infusing a Jurassic Park scientific feel to it.
Jurassic World works, so try that.
Yeah.
They've decided to make King Kong like the size of a mountain now.
Yeah, if he did go back to New York, he would just, instead of having to climb the Empire State Building, he would just kind of lean up against it.
I don't
like
need
this.
to climb this. I'm just going to touch the top.
I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to climb. So, but I will say I'm not... This is what, our third trailer?
Yeah, this is the third and final trailer.
I'm
This movie comes out, what, in a month?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
Less than a month.
Yeah. So, but I'm still not sold.
No, I'm not sold either. I mean, they're making them bigger, I think, just to match up with Godzilla eventually, maybe. This, like, shared universe where the movies come out 3 years apart. But, I don't know if they haven't showed us enough of, or if it just doesn't look unique enough yet, but we'll have to see.
It's not a, more action. I feel like I've seen that. There's, humor and stuff in there, which makes it look fun. But
I just think I want to see, like, I want to know that they're making this movie because they had a good reason to make it and not just to tie it into a universe, because that's like a fad right now in movies.
Yeah, no, I can completely get behind that.
I want to see if they did that here.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I want a good story. I don't just want to see a King Kong movie so that there can be a King Kong Godzilla movie.
I love the cast.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston,
Brie Larson,
Samuel Jackson, John Goodman, John C. Reilly.
Who looks hilarious so far.
Beard out to here. It's amazing. Yeah.
John C. Gnarly beard.
John C. Gnarly. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm hoping this trailer locks me in because I want to be excited.
Well, they need to. It's their last shot at it, so
let's
see if they did.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
All right, there's some parts of that I think that I like more than I was expecting.
Yeah.
One of which being I kind of like this Vietnam War movie mixed with a Kong movie kind of feel.
Well, yeah, they've...
Kind of an interesting way to tell the story, maybe?
Yeah, and I guess it also
stick
makes sense for the time, being 71 and this whole...
For the shared universe thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you already knew Godzilla existed, you wouldn't be that surprised that there's a giant monkey as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. We've seen a giant dragon, so
yeah.
do it the other way around and kind of more shocking.
Yeah, and I'd be curious to see how, it being a shared universe, how the time jump will ultimately happen.
Yeah.
If it's something where, either he remains on the island or he gets off or something. I don't know.
We're going to have to get into this after we watch it, because we were still kind of saying... I'm not sure if this shared universe can work with just two monster characters and not like a cast of humans.
And we got to see how it plays out in the movie. We can't go too much into that.
But we'll see. But my thing here is I bet what I'm liking about this Vietnam War feel. I bet they're not going to stick to it very long. I feel like it's just going to be probably that opening fight on the island that's going to turn into a normal movie.
All the helicopters coming in, very Apocalypse Now.
Yeah. And then after that, it's just normal movie again. But that's what I like from it so far.
Yeah, I will say, for being the final trailer, usually like more of a story-driven trailer, kind of that last thing, I do feel like the story is still kind of muddled, though. There's a lot of questions that I still don't quite understand.
Yeah, I don't get how the cast is completely interacting.
Yeah,
maybe it's not important to know, and so maybe that's why they didn't spend that much time. But I can't tell. You got the whole army going in there. What do you need Tom Hiddleston's character for? Yeah. And there's definitely been more than one group that's gone there, because it seems like John C. Reilly's been there for at least a good bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, the bomber jacket probably almost looked World War II-ish. So, yeah, that would have been, almost 30 years there.
So it's kind of weird to see how they all fit together.
Yeah, I agree.
Or if this is like, I don't know, I could see a couple different ways of going out. Like, Samuel Jackson's group went first, maybe with Brie Larson, then Tom Hiddleston goes in after. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not like you said. I'm not even sure if like Tom Hiddleston is some kind of like a mercenary or if he's like a he doesn't seem like a science aspect of it, but John Goodman brings that. But he also I'm sure kind of brings some of the
funding.
kids. Right, at least that. Almost like the Richard Attenborough character in Jurassic Park, but I'm sure he's going to bring the conspiracy aspect of it. You have to think like it just seems like they accidentally stumble on Kong. Like I don't know if I believe that necessarily.
Yeah, he didn't want to just find Kong just to name him and be in the encyclopedia as the guy that named the giant monkey. He probably wants to find it for a reason.
Yeah.
He's the smartest guy in the room. He knows more about why they're going there and doesn't tell everybody else the whole story.
Right, exactly.
And then when he dies, nobody cares, and that's kind of how that character goes. And there is some like, though this does feel different to some degree, there is some familiar Kong stuff in there. The falling in love with the girl,
the prehistoric creature.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of the T-Rex fights a little bit. So hopefully they're thin on the homage to the old ones and kind of big on the new stuff. But
yeah, unfortunately though, from this trailer, I'm still just getting a lot of action and not enough story, which is fine. Action movies don't necessarily have to be big on story, but I feel like with a Kong movie like this, they need to have something to kind of hook you in.
Yeah, and the thing that made the original, or not the original, the 2000 and whatever remake for Kong was great is you just get to see Kong go on this like big long arc and turn into this like really lovable character. Like this movie, Kong, it doesn't seem like he's in position to do that.
It's true.
It's not like it looks like the main human cast is going to be together. They don't really get separated. It doesn't appear per se. So it's not like, these guys are with Kong and then they, Kong has this arc to go on. It just kind of looks like they're going to end up needing his help and he's going to be like, all right, I'll do it, kind of thing.
Right. It's true, for being a wild animal of sorts, he has always, I felt like in most of the films, had some kind of an arc. So I'm hoping that they do that in this as well. I think it's one of the things that draws people to the character, even more so than like a Godzilla, where a Godzilla is more of like
just a
blind destructive action type character. Yeah. I do think that's one of the draws to the Kong character is the arc that he does go through. And I do hope they do that justice in this movie.
Let's rate it.
Okay.
Midnight it, stream it, forget it. This is a tough one.
This is a bit of a tough one.
When you earn your money.
In all honesty, I'm probably gonna stream it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not enough there.
Still not. No, the trailers are just not doing enough for me. I feel like at this point there's humor, there's action. I'm just still not 100% on the story.
Yeah. I'm gonna say midnight it right now. It's a soft midnight. I'm intrigued with this Vietnam War movie that I'm hoping to see like play out throughout the course of a King Kong movie interwoven in there. Kind of what I'm hoping for, and then I hope there's enough different stuff there. Could leave the theater completely disappointed.
Yeah.
But I think I want to check it out and give it a chance. And it's Kong, it's big. I'll see it in the theater.
Yeah, it is a theater movie, but I think for me at this point, I'm still just gotta stream it.
Can't blame me there. All right, everybody. Now it's your turn to tell us what you think about the Kong trailer. Write in the comments below why you want to see this iteration of Kong.
Also, hit the like and subscribe button if you want to check out our next video.
Till then, Scar Ray Rob. I'm Ray.
I'm Rob. Ray, you don't act like a scientist.
They're usually pretty stiff.
You're like a game show host.